Aquatic Books and Arts in Florida, USA. The Virgin Mother and Other Stories, published by Fort Publishing, Liberia. His poems have appeared in literary journals and magazines across the world. He has been invited to read his pieces at literary events in Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Liberia, Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya, Germany, Norway, and Russia. Clifford is the founder and executive director of Ghana Rights Literary Group. You can find Ghana Rights on www.ghanarights.art. So this is about the amazing Clifford upon Benjamin.
Wow, nice. All right, so let me read that of the, excuse me, that of the Lady of the Night, Elizabeth. All right, so permit me to go offline to do this. So Elizabeth Ewodiwa is a young African Harvard University HPAIR or HPAIR scholar, certified human resource associate practitioner, writer, and a public speaker. She embraces the diverse areas of arts, business, technology, and law. The artistic gifts of creation, writing, and using words in all beautiful ways has been a leading platform of success with a deep-seated passion for development. Her poems discuss social norms, Christian values, national development, and progress. She is the winner of the IBC Youth Got Talent, Chevron Vision 2020 Essay Contest, and a member of the Ghana Association of Writers, GAW. So that is it for the beautiful Elizabeth. All right, so.
Okay. The next artist is Gabdalin Matete. Gabdalin Matete, in creative circles, calls by the name Darlin Tessa. He is currently pursuing a career in the field of information technology as a user support specialist, a free thinker. His imagination gives life to poetry. He believes if it cannot be expressed in speech, in ink, it can be expressed by the heart and the soul. So this is about Gabdalin Matete.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, there you have your guests. So let the show begin. So Ifuma, who do you have starting the fire for us?
Okay, so the beautiful queen among the kings is starting for us, Elizabeth.
Okay, nice.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect. All right. So my first poem is titled Baby Shower. It's from a baby shower series. And I know probably not a lot of people here are grown-ups to have babies, right? But one good thing is that we've all been a baby. And I'm hoping that you relate to this as much as I did when I wrote it. That baby, how would you describe this world where she's coming? So I went on. I'll tell her she was born on purpose, by purpose, and for purpose. She is the expression of a beautiful image beyond her horizon. She is the battle axe of the king of kings, the man of war. She is different, special, and never should compare. See, baby, you would meet roller coasters of joy. You will encounter wonderful people, kind and amazing. Your mother should ideally be the first, but even if she's not, don't worry, you get others. You'll enjoy the game of Ampere, clapping, stamping, jumping till you're high in happiness and you remember you've not done your homework or washed your uniform. You'll one day eagerly await for a chore to get to work. Someday, whilst playing the game of Ludo, you would need a 6 and get 1, but do not get too agitated with life's way of living. That's how she is. Maybe at a point, you will have an encounter. I want to describe it, but I cannot. You will no longer suddenly be able to entertain yourself. You will lay on the floor in worship. You will cry for no reason. You will look around the world and behold, friends and family can no longer satisfy. Baby, you would one day find God. And this will be your greatest joy ever, your alignment to purpose. Maybe you will jump out of fears and out of tears. You will get tired of people rearranging the pieces of your broken heart like puzzles. A baby, never worry. See, at the age of 13 till about 17, you will see sharp changes. Your body takes a new shape and a look. It's like you can't walk a street without getting a little whisper here and there, but don't worry about those boys. We were made to complement and serve God together. Baby, do not get bitter. Oh, yes, this might be the greatest temptation life would give you, but no matter how hard life hits you, just be sweeter. See, we don't call everyone a sweetheart, but you deserve it if you let the good Lord guide your sweetheart. Maybe when you finally get a name and you're able to use your voice, you can just call me Elizabeth. Practice will make perfect. When you finally get your first taste of pizza, smile and remember this unidentifiable voice speaking to you. Take a deep breath, and before your tongue touches that triangle of beef, pepperoni, chicken, meat, hold on. Pizza is my favorite because it reminds me where true love lingers. In every pizza, my heart. So by God, you are loved to the width and the depth of John 3:16. Baby, cheers to your shower. Your journey begins soon. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Yes, Mama Kida says beautiful. Truly, it was a beautiful piece. Thank you so much. Honestly, my mind was scattered listening to the piece. I was trying to get to see where it was going to land, but it took me by surprise. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. We'll get back to you and we'll have more conversations. But that was beautiful. Thank you once again. All right, nice. Ifumwa, so who do we have next?
Gab.
Oh, okay. Darling Tessa. Yes. Yo, bro.
My video cannot be unmuted. Can you do that for me? My video is still hidden. I mean,
yes.
I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Listening to Elizabeth has raised the bar. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you have for us?
What do I have?
So let's go.
Hey, let's go. Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
I've decided to the title of my piece is Walk Alone. I mean, there are sometimes that not everyone goes the way you go. Not everyone understands why you are going the way you are going, but sometimes you have to walk alone. So let's hear it. This is how it goes. I've decided to charter unknown waters known for trickery. I've offered to motivate and encourage me. My life is mine to orchestrate and compose. I wish to compose art just like Mozart, a masterpiece I'll be proud of, making persistent efforts to produce a symphony. Help may or not come, strength may fail, yet the vision must be realized. I'm obliged to pen my name in the history books, one of a reference for the coming generations, one of sincerity and honesty, sharing the pain and showcasing the victory. So if I have to walk alone, I walk alone. Thank you.
Wow. I walk alone. A beautiful piece right there. Beautiful piece. But why do I feel this piece has a part 2 to it? But that was nice. I like the piece. And he says the vision must be realized. So tonight on the Ehalakasa online TalkParty, the vision is being realized. And we have Clifford, Benjamin, we have Elizabeth, and just went by was or is Darling Tessa, thank you so much. All right, so you're all welcome. Those joining from Facebook via YouTube, Kwawa to you all. I see Jesse Randy also joining. I see Kwame Legas. Yo, bro, what's up? Benjamin Boateng, I see you, and I see others also connecting. So please do want to share the link and let others share of the bliss. All right, so Efumwa, can you introduce our next gen?
Okay, so our next artist is award-winning Clifford. Award-winning writer, Clifford.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
The way Efuma introduces me, I feel like I'll employ her to be my hype woman.
Oh, employing you.
Anyway, tonight I'm reading 3 poems from my upcoming poetry book called Choosing Colors.
Nice.
The first poem I would do is about a broken heart. A broken heart experience I had.
You had.
Yeah. And it is titled Of Smoke, Karina and Amanda. The ladies I love are smoked. I say this of Amanda, who on a Sunday's afternoon after eating sacred communion, opened her holy mouth to let out swords, cutting love in the deeps, and disappeared from my life to only appear in another man's. In many respects similar to the former, Karina sublimated from my life and joined the smoke of silence. I don't go up like smoke when I break up. I stay in the fire and hope that whatever goes up will certainly come back down into the fire, where love is cooler when it is burning hot. But sometimes I lose all hopes in waiting because some smoke go up and they stay as clouds. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. Some smokes go up and it says stay up as clouds. Yeah, man. So
if you cry, I won't baby you.
And the challenge. So Smoke, Karina, and Amanda. Wow, beautiful piece right there. We'll come up for you to share. Okay, but you tell us. Just summarize the heartbreak story before we move on, because I don't want to forget. I want to hear it. How did it really go down?
Okay, I've had two lovers in my life. I love two ladies I love so much. The first is Amanda, and she broke up with me on a Sunday, and and then Karina also, broke up with me suddenly. So I was depressed when Karina. I was depressed when Karina broke up with
you only on weekends.
Oh, can I tell you?
Wow. I don't know why most of them choose Sundays, but I've also had that Sunday experience before. So you will save it.
Sure?
All right, so let the show go on. We'll continue later. All right, Efuma, stop asking questions then. Introduce the next act. I beg. This one, we have to have a special meeting on it.
Yeah. Now me fancy here. Why? Before I ask more questions.
It's beautiful how you turn a bitter story into a beautiful poem like that, Charlie.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's move on. We'll have more conversations as the show continues. All right. So I see Festus also in the house. Festus, you're welcome. All right.
Okay, so we are moving on to the man that you think the piece he performed, he has the second verse to it. So we are moving on to Gap once again for him to give us the second piece.
All right. Darling Tessa.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Okay, so sometimes in life we are challenged with fear. Fear comes into our path to stop us, but sometimes we need to speak to fear. We need to speak to fear as if we were speaking to a city, as if we were speaking to another person so that we will be able to do it. Because I mean, fear like can just cripple people and we don't even know how it goes about it. So this is a piece, a kind of a conversational piece I wrote and titled Dear Fear. So this is how it goes. Dear Fear. Hold on. Okay. Dear Fear, draw near. Let me show you what's here. Insecurities and frustrations coupled with depressing sights. How do you feel when you cripple the mighty and strong? What excitement do you relish when men of valor crumble beholding you? Anxiety fills places you enter. You are one tough guy, you know. I'm not asking for your friendship. You might as well back off. I'm crazier than you are sly. You are good, a god of your own jurisdiction, creating shakes and let me take that again. You are good, a god of your own jurisdictions, spreading quicks and shakes, even amongst firm foundations. You make them brittle as cast iron. But read my lips like the Hamatan does, because I'm through with you like my problem starts class. Do not wink at me nor break a glass. Be sure to close the door on your way out. Seller. Thank you.
Oh. Dear Fear. So from now, Charlie, everybody facing any kind of fear, I believe I pray you get a pen and a pad or get your fingers on your keypad and start writing a letter to fear.
Yeah.
So fear,
draw near.
Yeah. Regardless of how much fear tries to put you down, you come back a million times to fight it, Charlie.
Yeah.
This is a very powerful piece. A very powerful piece. Thank you so much, darling Tessa. But let me ask this: where have you been all these years? When I saw a picture, I was trying to recollect where you and I had met, but then I couldn't get my mind to get it back on.
Where have I been? Oh, yeah. I've been around. I've just been hiding, you know. I think so. Writing has always been there, but I've been underground. Trying to see things. But I think last 2019, early 2019, I just had that inspiration once again to start to put my stuff out, come out. Because I felt that, okay, if you are in your corner, nobody will see you if you don't put something out, if you don't do what you are called to do. You know that there's something you have to do. You don't put it out, nobody is going to know. So I felt that, I have to come out. I have to put my stuff out. So I've even had conversations with Elizabeth. I know if you remember. Yeah. We've had some conversations in the past before and all that. And yeah, this year we are taking the year by storm. COVID came last year to wrap things in. We moved, So yeah, this year we are moving. We are taking art to the next level. Yeah, with all the support you are getting. All that. Yeah. Thank you.
Wow, nice, Charlie. So there he has on his background freedom and justice. So we'll say happy birthday tomorrow to Mother Ghana. Yeah. I see some people are telling us in the background over there. Because he's a technology guy, so he can do anything and everything. Charlie, thank you so much. That was beautiful. Are you working on any projects, anything coming up, cooking in your pot?
I am working on an anthology.
Oh.
I've gone back and forth with it for some time, but I think the time has come, the time has come to, put something out. So I'm working on an anthology, a compilation of, things that we can relate to. Like this issue about fear. It's something that we deal with in situations and circumstances. These are things we can relate to. So, what the normal Ghanaian youth goes through, the challenges, the experiences, it's not always a happy ending. You struggle with things. There are battles to be fought, battles to be won. Sometimes you face defeat. So I'm gathering, so there's an anthology coming up.
Wow, nice. I like your positive vibes. Thank you so much, darling Tessa. All right, so before I introduce the next guest, let me see who else is here. You have Bonkwa, the fancy girl. And next week expect Bonkwa. She'll be the guest artist for next week. We also have Diana Nyami, and also my very own brother, Robert Boyne. Charlie, I've known this guy for like 200 years. Right. So
that's how old are you?
I'm 250. who do we have next on the show?
Okay, we have our beautiful Elizabeth.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
She's on mute.
Is she there?
Yes, she's there, but I think she's on mute.
Great. Okay. Thank you. So I don't have a piece called Growing Up. I can already guess that everybody here seems to be either in the Generation Y or Gen Z. We all seem to be around that area. And I had a friend of mine who was telling me some time ago that, you know what, I think adulthood is a scam. Because it's like you never get fully prepared for what comes. And all the prompts which I'm going to be reading, they are letters I am writing to an unborn baby girl. Yeah, so I'll try to bring a feminine. So you see a lot of feminine touch, just like the first one, just to help you understand what you're about to read. This is the letter again to a baby girl child that is yet to be born, and I'm just giving her a big sister advice from this part of the world, which I've lived for a little bit above 20 years now. Nice. So I hope we're able to relate and you support me. All right. Sarah. When I was just a little child, I asked my mother, what would I be? Would I be pretty? Would I be rich? But this was what she said to me. Sarah. But baby, before Sarah, I smiled again. The outcome of what you shall be is in between the lines of your lips. The upper lip shows the position, the lower lip tells the starting point. Then inside of that thing which your nursery school teacher will teach you to call a tongue, is the place where you are coming. See, in the place where you are coming, it is made up of words. And the truth is, even the grown-up is still growing up. So baby, to your question, truthfully speaking, you should never really grow up. Maybe you should just keep growing. Because at a point in the street of growth, you will find different avenues. Some might be easy to locate, and others a bit difficult. You'll cycle about a lot, but before desk reaches your time and before your amniotic sac begins to explode, I want to just take you through a few. So baby, you get fed up of the society and its demands. You throw up criticisms against government, teachers, roads, and so many things depending on what continent you would live in. At a point, you will no longer want to sleep in mommy's arms. You'll move far away with the pretext of, I'm growing up, but after you've wandered long enough into your early days of maturity, you would then long to return to the place where you started, to the place where only joys and tears and comfort was secured. Maybe at a point in maturity, you would long to go back to your first love, the God who first loved you. You will yearn to go back to the place where you first received him. You will yearn to start all over again. Maybe when you grow up, you want to go back to the square one of life, to the place where you believed like a little child, to the place where you ever thought that everything was impossible and you never registered any impossibilities in your mind. Maybe you dream of standing in the sky like Superman, saving the world like Batman. You will yearn to have the faith of a little child again. But when you get to this junction of life, don't get too fast to off-board hope. Because baby, I just want you to see that whilst growing up, you would need to appreciate the simple things of life. Remember the reason behind your first smile? Probably mommy's face, daddy's arms, a toy, or even nature. Maybe when you grow up, you want to come back home. You want to come back to Genesis. You want to come back to Alpha. So before you get to Omega, baby, never fully grow up. Just keep growing. Thank you.
Wow. See, this piece right here is divine because, you know, No, Charlie, see, I'm mesmerized. See, you know, I agree with you when you say a lot of us grow up, we grow up and we forget who we are. It's important we all come back. We should go back to the play, the things we used to love, the golden fishes used to chase after, the upo and things we used to like. Because there's too much pressure, and like as you said, adulthood is indeed a scam. You know, a lot of us are forced to become adults, and now everything becomes rigid, and we don't become like here anymore, and we lose our spark. So thank you so much for that reminder. Yeah. It's important, Charlie. Go back to that, Charlie. Thank you so much. Yeah, this hits me on a different level.
I played that.
How about you? Puma?
Nothing.
Yes, tell me how this came across to you.
Yeah, she said even the grown-up is still growing up. But we think we are grown-ups. We think we are grown-ups.
You know, and we no longer have fun. Charlie, play the chess, play the four square, pillow low, all those, bring them all back in, Charlie. Let's put some back into our environment.
So we are grown, so we don't even do certain things.
You know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that piece. And let me ask you a few, Elizabeth. I realize you said you have a passion for national development and progress. And I'm curious. Do you have any projects, community projects coming up? Anything in that regard, or anything in that regard you are carrying out presently? I beg, kindly unmute her. Yes.
Great. Yes. So I'm currently doing this GRAB, a Women's Month, right? So GRAB simply means girl read a book. So it's just a social initiative to get girls reading. And we're going to discuss 3 poems from 3 prominent female poets across the world. And it's just geared towards imbibing that whole idea of who a woman should really be in the 21st century. So that's ongoing for March. And then in April, I would have my first poetry collection launched. The title is The Woman in Me. Yes, so The Woman in Me is going to go with a project called Bundle of Pages. Bundle of Pages is an initiative to send basic school books. So we'll be creating reading clubs in basic schools. And for me, I feel like social initiative is not about giving people money. Money finishes so quick. The world doesn't lack money. The world lacks knowledge. You give a man a fish for a day, you fend him for only a day, but when you give him the ability to make that money, which is knowledge, he's able to sustain himself and many much more. So most of my initiatives are geared towards reading clubs and more of giving back knowledge and capacity building.
Wisdom right there.
Yeah.
See, Charlie, you have a lot going. So if you kindly lead us to your pages where we can find you, where we can get updates on whatever you are doing, because I see you have a lot going and we all want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
definitely. Thank you. So I'm posting my website, elizabetheldewa.com, and you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, everywhere at Elizabeth Eldewa. That's
Superman right there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, please. Thank you too.
So please don't forget to go back to your childhood. The only thing you people carried on to the adulthood is mama and dada. I beg. Go back to the rest. Let's have the next performer.
Okay, so the next performer is Clifford. Clifford. The Broken Heart Man.
All right, thank you. This particular poem I wrote at a asylum house and during a very down moment in my life. It isn't for me, it is for a colleague in the mental hospital. I wrote it in 2019. I never got to share it with anybody.
Wow.
So the title of the poem is The Problem Child. Outside the windows, the trees determine their fruits every day. Madmen stood rooted when the wind came. Some lost their bodies in the shaking. I was a cold April 9th bride. My mother gave me mangoes and names on my birthday. It was not true those pictures existed only in our minds. We were the ones who deserved the white lab coats, the stethoscope around our necks. It was also untrue those scenes expressed nothing. Here, nothing is better than something. We took our memories in our own hands and dipped them in gray waters. We baptized the priests in their linen cassocks. There are no homes in mental homes, no smiles, no repentance, no sickness, no cure. Asylums are full of silent dreams and things that scream at midnight. On certain nights, voices cried from afar, and in the mornings, the bodies which belong to those voices will become yam, creeping on walls to survive the wind. Some bodies disappeared forever. Others, like mine, were chained to trees, powerless but fearful, harmless but captivated. Like people, time was not our friend. We waited on waiting itself. Months just passed by, but April arrived with my mother tossing alphabets in her mouth. With mangoes in her hand, she called me the problem child. Thank you.
Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. I'm clapping to how you're able to still carve and put all these words together to paint such a gloomy situation, and one which a lot of people may not want to talk about, because mental health is something that is somehow under G, but then a lot of people are going through, especially now, and the youth especially with the COVID and all, and joblessness and everything. So we need to hear more of such stories, so we be on the guard and also pay attention to those around us.
Yeah, it's very necessary.
That's right. That's right. And I salute you for paying attention to the situation and birthing such a beautiful piece through it all. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. So we want to hear more about you, because the native girl has mentioned your name for God knows how many times, and tonight we are privileged and honored to have you here, Charlie, with 3 books and more than 3 books counting, Charlie. A million salutes to you, bro. You have a book titled The Virgin Mother. How can you throw light on the Virgin Mother? Because I'm curious how a mother becomes a virgin and what it's all about.
Well, The Virgin Mother is a collection of short stories from my secondary school. Those days in secondary school, and I used to be a dancer in secondary school. So where we used to rehearse, there was this engravings on the wall of a woman with a wing at her left side, and the person had engraved a little baby behind her, and written below is the Virgin Mother. And most of the times, I used to be a lonely child in secondary school. So most of the times, I would want to circulate myself from where people have gathered and go and sit at that particular spot. We called it the dungeon. And it was where we were rehearsing as a group dancing. And I used to go there often. So most of the stories in that book were written at that particular place. That's why I gave the title, The Virgin Mother.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. And you also have other books, Collecting Stars from the Skies, and also Creation of Gods. If you can just summarize Creation of Gods. Yeah, I want to.
Well, the Creation of Gods is an epic story. It's a novella, actually, that talks about an ancient court of young women between the ages of 16 and 30 who used sex as a medium to make men or to elevate men into the status of God. And the process of doing that is called apotheosis. So the whole idea came when I had a 2-week stay in Cyprus, and I saw the temple of Ishtar, and I started imagining things. I started imagining telling a story around that temple. So I created in my mind that court called Ancient Aphrodisiac Court, which is a court of young ladies who used sex as a means of apotheosis. So it will be out hopefully early next year.
Wow. I'd love to take a bite of that book. Wow. But are you sure no lady turned you into a god somehow? Because you are deep. Yeah, you are deep. Once you're inside, I'm sure no lady turned into a god.
I wish I did.
We go talk backstage.
Wow. We will talk it backstage.
Yeah, because such books don't just come out of the ordinary. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. But tell us quickly, how do we get to follow you? Where do we get some of your works?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook as Upon Clifford Benjamin, and Instagram as Glenn Cliff Ben, at Glenn Cliff Ben. That GLEN Cliff Ben.
Okay, I think you should.
I'll have to type it.
Yeah. That'll be best. All right, Charlie. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Yes. But please send it into the chat box, and don't forget also to our cherished viewers, kindly do what to send in your comments and all. Yes. So before we move on to the last round, if Efumwa could kindly read some of the comments that came through, it will be great. Okay, no, let's do this. Let's finish the last round, then we get to read all the comments later. Efumwa.
All right.
Beautiful session. Yes. So can you introduce the next guest?
Okay, so the next guest is Gab.
Darling Tessa. Yes.
Tessa.
Yes. So I use the concept of chess in this. You realize that chess is people compare chess to life. How you make moves. You have to think into the opponent's mind, into making moves and all that. So I just wrote something about it and around it. So in chess, you can win. There can be a stalemate, or you can lose. So it's about how you make the move. But what I am intrigued to tell is this piece is to encourage us that even if a failed move is made, it could be worked out to get something better. So
nice.
Yeah. So this is called checkmate. Here it goes. When I lay upon my bed, I relish what could have been if only the move was made. Torn between protecting my king and defending my queen, pinned by a fork with a check by the bishop, I only considered misplaced moves. What could have been can't be, for those moves were never made. Only the castles built up in the air pricked my imagination. And so it is sometimes that the sorrows of faulty moves plague us, for we think they could have been better played. Well, maybe not. So no more No more of the self-beat-up and trash talk. A failed move is a lesson to change moves, to be better, to come back stronger. And though the path of the night might be long, it might be the path to checkmate. Thank you.
Charlie, this guy he just made me miss the chessboard and makes me want to revisit the chessboard. Charlie, beautiful. So among the pieces, tell me which of the pieces you think you best fit.
Which of the pieces?
Yeah.
I think I best fit.
Yes.
I think I'll consider myself a pawn trying to advance to the last stage of the board to become a queen.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice.
So I mean,
that's quite ambitious.
Yeah, life hits you with challenges and all that. We don't grow up with silver spoons in our mouth. I didn't go. Some people do. Yeah, so that's why I'm considering myself a pawn. So to advance to the last stage of the board, to
be a queen.
The odds, against all odds, to be a queen. Exactly.
Nice. Charlie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So on that ambitious note, let's move on to the next performer. From a pawn to a queen, and I believe the next one will be the queen.
Yes, the next one is a queen. Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, Queen Elizabeth, straight up. But I'm a nice though. Yes, can you unmute Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth? So the pawn, Darling Tessa, to Queen Elizabeth. Yes.
Okay, perfect. And funny enough, the title of my piece is Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth.
Wow.
Yes. So the title of my piece is Queen Elizabeth, in brackets, God's oath. So Queen Elizabeth, and then there's a bracket, God's oath. So you understand really what Elizabeth is. Elizabeth means God's oath. Yes, so that's actually what it means. Elizabeth means God's oath. And this is a poem about your Elizabeth. Elizabeth is the name of everything good in your life. She's the title of every prayer you make and every thorn you break. Elizabeth is the nickname of your greatest dream, vision, and passion. She will not walk away until she has married you. See, at first she may appear like a tree with thorns, like a cross with blood, like a cup with suffering, like an ice cream. Not ice cream, ice cream. Elizabeth is a figure like a rose, so beautiful and red hot with grace. Don't bother to take away her thorns because they mean her trials, weaknesses, and experiences. Elizabeth is a thorny rose before the sunlight. Thorns are weapons, though they seem like imperfections. Imperfection is not gross, it's just a work in progress. Elizabeth is a summary of every good thing in your life. Love her, embrace her, appreciate her, recognize her, celebrate her. Elizabeth is a woman of your dreams. She was planted in your womb before your womb was even formed. As Eve came out of Adam, you got to beget Elizabeth. She's the carved treasure, burrowed into your spirit by the inspiration of God. Elizabeth is your watchman, making sure that nothing brings you down. Elizabeth may pamper you, worry you, compensate you, hurt you, but she is your companion, your best friend, and she's going to take you to the top. Elizabeth is a summary of every good thing that ever happened in your life. Yet she watched the bad ones break you and made an ocean out of your tears. Out of the whips came a ship. Now she prepares a journey before you, and Elizabeth shouts, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream of life, holding Elizabeth tight, because in Hebrew tongue, Elizabeth is God's oath to you, God's promise to you. Sheba, Elizabeth is God's promises to you, and the summary of your life, Elizabeth shall be fulfilled, because no purpose of thine shall be thwarted. Elizabeth is the summary of every good thing that ever happened in your life. So you can really listen this and just replace the word Elizabeth to God's promises towards you. Elizabeth will never fail. This is Elizabeth.
Wow, Charlie. Everybody needs an Elizabeth. So if you have an Elizabeth, better go looking for one. Tonight you have only one Elizabeth here, but I believe there are a million more. Every woman here is an Elizabeth, Charlie.
Yes.
Beautiful. His imperfection is just a work in progress. This woman right here is deep. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you.
So the show continues. From a pawn to a queen to a king. Clifford Benjamin Opong with his last performance coming through. Yes. So, bro, what do you have for us last? Elizabeth. The full more Elizabeth.
God's promise to you.
All right, Clifford. It's an can you mute? Yes, beautiful pieces right there to end the show. From chess to God's oath, Elizabeth, and now we have King Benjamin Clifford. All right. So, bro, what do you have for us as the last performance?
My connection is unstable. Can you hear me, please?
We can hear you perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So recently there's been the news of homosexuality and this LGBTQ matters arising in the country. So I just thought I should share a poem on it.
Nice.
And the poem title is Planting Again. Can flowers grow here when we have left? At what color do humans call love loamy soil? I want to imagine how survival will look like when the petals are no longer red, when the winds no longer carry birds to heights, and when your pictures become bitter memories of you. I'm learning names again. I'm now choosing colors for love. I'm pretending boys are girls now and touching bats in colorful pants, kissing thick lips in honesty, and nursing my flowers again. They will learn to live this time and blossom into places where every way is the right way to rainbow loamy soil. Thank you.
Wow. Beautiful piece. This is a very witty piece. A very witty piece. Thank you so much, Clifford. That was beautiful.
All right, so that,
but we don't highlight on that plenty. But I mean, all I will say, Charlie.
No. I'm not ready to even explain.
All right, so thank you for that piece, Charlie. But love all the way. Think we just respect each other and everything. But your right be your right, my right be my right. Make nobody impose the right on anybody. Make somebody to feel like be better human being than no Charlie. We are all God's creations.
Of course.
Yeah. So, all right. So tonight has been an extraordinary display of unique bliss. Yes. So if Fumwa, can you please read us some of the comments that came through? Yes, and we also have Mabel in the house, Stacy also in the house. Yes. All right. So Fumwa.
Okay. Lizzie from Jesse, you bab, pressure. Make them not read my own from Gab. And nice to meet such geniuses from Elizabeth. Gab darling. With fire emojis, Jesse. Beautiful from Mama Kida. Lizzie genius from JC. My life is mine to orchestrate. Nice from Mama Kida. Jesse, may this not be your story. Hey, from Gab. Sweet from Mama Kida. Great piece. Nice follow from Robert. I love this piece from Clifford. Looking forward to the woman in me from Mama Kida. So Elizabeth's social media handle on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram is at Elizabeth Ewudua. And the website is elizabethewudua.com. Wow, the problem child from Elizabeth. No smiles, no repentance. I felt the pain from Mama Kida. Keep writing, young man, from Mama Kida. Very interesting, from Robert. You brought the light, from Mama Kida. Insightful, from Elizabeth. And Clifford, social media handles. Twitter is Glenn Cleven, right? Instagram is Upon Cleven. And Facebook is Upon Clifford Benjamin. He said pieces are scattered on the internet. So to read them, you just have to Google Upon Clifford Benjamin. So to read all his pieces, in fact, most of them is based on life story, like his own personal story. So if you want to read his pieces, just click Upon Clifford Benjamin on Google and you find all his pieces. I failed move is a lesson to change moves, from Elizabeth. Checkmate, fascinating piece. Elizabeth to Queen Elizabeth. What a coincidence, from Robert. As if it was planned, though, from Gab. Elizabeth will be fulfilled, from Mama Kida. Strategic one, Clifford. Very strategic, from Gab. Okay, and for Gab, you can find him on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Darling Tessa. Yes, right. Yeah, so this is all comments we have.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Yokumwa. All right, let me say salute to Sir Black also in the house. All right, so for all those who stayed to the end, Mama Makida, Maybell, Festus, and to our cherished guests for the night, Queen Elizabeth. Let me start with the pawn, Darling Tessa, Queen Elizabeth, and King Clifford Benjamin Opong, and also Robert Boahin. Let me say a little on Robert Boahin. This is the guy who always on that first night, he will prepare a special concoction. He will mix Gary with sand and with Omo and blue just to come pour on me because it's my birthday on the 1st of January. This guy is my brother. He's also a devil. Trust me, Charlie. Thank you so much for tuning in too. So tonight it's been the Ehalakasa online talk party, and Charlie, feel free to support the grind, support the movement. You can see on the Ehalakasa on Etua Hennes picture. You can see support the Ehalakasa via PayPal, also Momo. Kitwa Biensa, so we can keep the art growing because in these times now, we don't if we go stage anymore than perform. So this is the only stage we have now, the virtual space. So please do what to support, not only in words or rhetorics, but also in deed and in your finances. We will very much appreciate. So do what to get with us each and every Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So it's been the Ehalakasa online talk party. I'm Nati, and my co-host is the beautiful
Ifumwa. And you can follow Ehalakasa on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. On YouTube, you can find all our videos there, all these amazing performances. You can find them on YouTube at Ehalakasa.
Nice. I think a few comments came through. If you could read before we draw the curtains, but the link will be left open for about 5 minutes. So you unmute, turn on your video, and let's see the beautiful faces behind the masks. All right, there are a few comments coming through. If you could kindly read for us.
Okay, so from Elizabeth, thank you so much for the invite and everyone who came around. It was so great being here. From Robert, and you always run away to your dad's house before I get to you. Bad man, Nati. I'm from Gav. It has been really wonderful. Thank you for the opportunity to create show.
All right, so thank you so much. Special one to our guests and also our cherished audience for the night. All right, so next week let's do this again. Let's meet over here. Let's party again. So it's the Ehalakasa online talk party. And salute to Sir Black and also I am Etua Hennes for holding us down. Yes. So kindly unmute, turn on your videos. Bobby, turn on your video. Maybell, yes. You can turn on your videos, on mute and turn on your videos and let's vibe. for like 5 minutes before we say goodbye. Yes, I see Mabel. Yes, it's fine if you can kindly turn them all on. Yes, darling Tessa is on. Elizabeth, I beg, on mute. Yes, Robert Boy, you see his face over there. Little devil. Charlie, good to see you, bro.
You see your life, you.
Charlie, this guy, we're brothers, brothers, Charlie.
Yes, you know what's always up against you on first, so you always run away.
I know, right? and he's a very good singer too. So if you need someone to back you up on a song, someone to for you on your birthday, kindly call Robert Boyne.
Charlie. Yeah. Nice being on this platform. Very interesting. I think I see this to be something great. I see great things happening because you can see a lot of talents being exhibited. Yeah,
nice.
A lot of talent.
Charlie, thank you so much. And Robert has been one who has edged me on ever since I started the art. We started from the church and everything. He's been a solid pillar, always pushing me on, scolding me for not coming up and doing what I needed to do. So
for being coconut and not tomatoes.
Yes. So guys, Charlie, I beg, unmute, turn on your videos and let's vibe, yeah? Because on a virtual space, still something supernatural can happen. You can still connect to you, Robert, then they connect until they catch on for one side. So I beg, connect. I see Mabel. I want to see your face. I want to see you. I want to hear your voice. Yes.
Hi.
Oh, okay, nice. I like your voice already. I'm melting. Charlie, so where's the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice?
It's in the dark.
It can be the only the black can be in the dark. Apart from the black, no one else can be in the dark.
It's in the dark. I'll reveal it.
Oh no. Don't do this. Boy, you know, Charlie, you may.
But I think I was more impressed about Elizabeth and what she's doing. Very encouraging.
Yes, outside of the art, right?
Yeah, like as in she mentioned a few stuff. Very encouraging.
I think something we all need to be doing.
To me, she looks a bit younger for what she's doing.